But someone who's addicted to gaming, you can see the behavior while he is playing the games, but you don't know that he is addicted actually, and something wrong is going on in his brain. You can see someone, how many of you here are on social media? Raise your hand. Just raise your hand. Social media, anyone here on social media? Are you serious or lying to me? Because lying is haram in case you have forgotten them. Yes? Anyone here on Facebook? Anyone on Facebook? Facebookers? Any people on Twitter? MashaAllah. Anyone on TikTok? TikTok is popular here. TikTok? Anyone Insta haram? Sorry. I mean the other one, the halal, Insta halal, inshallah. See, how many of you in the morning, as soon as you wake up from your sleep, the first thing you touch is the Quran? I mean your phone. Be honest, raise up your hand. I will ask Mufti Menk to close his eyes. Close one eye. Don't judge them. How many? Be honest with yourself. How many of you are actually movie fans? Raise up your hand. Raise up your hand. I want to see hands. Don't worry. I came from this background. Don't worry. I came from there. Yeah? Songs, music. Don't worry, Mufti Menk will not judge you. Wallahi. He came here telling you guys, let's revolt against, the... How many of you are fans of TV series and sitcom? I told you, you're either afraid or lying to me. Anyone here that's seen Fast and Furious? Fast and Furious? How many of you have seen the 10 movies, the 10 parts of the movie, right? Now, how many of you, those who watch Fast and Furious, how many of you love to drive? Do you love to drive cars? Now, here's the most important question. How many of you, while watching Fast and Furious, you were imagining yourself driving like them? Show me hands. MashaAllah. Yes, I know. Because our brain craves novelty. Our brain craves what? Novelty, fantasy, imaginary stuff. And once you drown into this imagination, you lose interest of reality. And that's why there is another big addictive behavior that's actually on the top of the list, and that is to pornographic content. And those people who are addicted to it, they have lost interest in their own halal spouses. Allahu Akbar, look at this. When you desire the haram, my brothers and sisters in Islam, there is no way out. The only option, if you don't turn back quickly before it's too late, the only option would be that Allah will snatch away the halal from your life. And you get stuck within this cycle of addictive behavior. May Allah protect us all. Say Ameen. I remember my grandmother, we were watching a movie back in the days. How many of you here have seen a movie where a man was in love with another woman? With a woman? Anyone? Listen, cooperate with your Egyptian brother, please. Raise your hand. I know we beat you up in football, but that's another issue. Yeah? How many of you have seen that same movie where the man proposed to marry the daughter, but he was rejected because he's a poor man? He's from a poor family. Yeah? Have you seen the movie? Yes? How many of you have seen that same movie where the girl decided to run away with their boyfriend? Have you seen it? In every culture, there is a movie of that type. In every culture. So I was watching that same movie with my grandma, the Egyptian version, and the lady decided to run away. And in order for her to do that, she wanted to steal her father's key, her father's car. So she entered into his bedroom, he was asleep, she opened the cupboard, slowly, and of course there is that suspense, always the music in the background, and the cupboard is like, this kind of stuff. And then the father started moving on the bed as if he was disturbed, and all of a sudden, my old grandmother, sitting quietly next to me for 2 hours, all of a sudden, while watching that that scene, she raised her hand in dua. Ya Rab. Oh Allah, please don't let the father wake up, please. My granny basically was praying for the zina to happen. May Allah have mercy on her. She does that out of ignorance. May Allah protect us all. But look how these visuals can have impact on our behaviors. How many of you have watched those Hollywood movies, bank robberies? Have you seen those movies? I want an answer, an honest answer now. How many of you were praying also like my granny for the bank robbers to run away with the money? Look at this. And then if I ask you, is stealing halal or haram? Say, astaghfirullah, haram. But we're praying. This is the addiction. It will take you from reality. It will make you wish to do the haram, and you will not be even satisfied with it. And as a result, the damage, you can't even fathom. Like we need to come here again, inshallah, for 2-3 days to give training to educators and to parents to protect their children from accessing these content. 1 in 10 porn users on the internet today is under the age of 10. And how many users do we have? In 2019, one website of that kind, they boasted about 42 billion access to their website in one single year. 42 billion. We are 7 billion people on planet Earth, just in case you have forgotten. 1 in 10 is under the age of 10. These are my children, your children. If we don't protect them, they are our responsibility. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, نَحْنُ نَكْتُبُ مَا قَدَّمُوا وَآثَارَهُم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is writing down everything that we do and whatever we have influenced others with. If you influence your children positively by showing them the way, what to watch, what not to watch, supervise them, Allah will reward you. But if you yourself is the one bringing all these CDs and all these DVDs and Netflix and whatnot, and having a movie night in your home, knowing that there are some scenes that are coming which are haram. Like how many movies have those scenes where the man and the woman are kissing each other? Let's be honest and let's talk about it. And there are some righteous people who will be holding the remote control in the... Have you seen those people in your homes? Yeah? Someone in the corner holding the remote control. As soon as the kiss comes, he forward. He forward and he lowered his gaze, right? He closed his eyes. And then he opened, still kissing us for a while. Halas, it's captured, the brain has captured the image and it is stored. Whatever you stare at, it will be stored in your brain, my brothers and sisters in Islam. Be careful. Wallahi, be extra vigilant. As much as we love to bring this topic in a light manner so that we can laugh about it, but it's actually devastating. Wallahi, the stats are devastating. I was talking to Dr. Muhammad Salah today because we're doing counseling, marriage counseling, and wives are crying, husbands are crying. It's the destruction of family and homes because of this issue. 56% of divorce cases in the United States because of pornography. May Allah protect us all. The third point, there is hope, by the way. And before I jump to the third point, there is hope, alhamdulillah. Allah created our brain in a manner that it can rewire itself when you introduce it to the right imagery. When you introduce it to the Quran instead of watching these nonsense. Things that will never benefit you at all. I remember back in the days we had only 2 channels on TV. Channel number 1, channel number 2. And those TV series used to come every day. Not like Netflix, you want to watch 20 episodes at one go. No, one day you have to wait till the next day. And I remember my mother and the aunties and all the neighbors would be discussing, what's going to happen in the next episode. We left the reality, we left home, we left the schools and all the responsibilities, and now we're talking, will Ahmed marry Khadija, or what do you think? We keep discussing this for 24 hours until the second episode. So let's grow up. Let's grow up as Muslims and focus on what is necessary. Otherwise, Ramadan will come and will be gone just like last year without any improvement. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us all. The point is that there is hope for those who are addicted, alhamdulillah. The science of this, the brain in this area of addictions is actually called neuroplasticity. And that comes from the fact that our brain is like a plastic that you can mold it. You can train your brain on what to do, what not to do. It takes time, it takes a little bit of struggle and effort, but it is absolutely doable. The third thing, my brothers and sisters in Islam, if you don't have pain in your heart about what's happening in Palestine, about what's happening in Gaza, then there must be absolutely something wrong with our faith. We shouldn't even consider calling ourselves faithful if we don't have pain in our hearts day in and day out. If we, while eating that beautiful food that Allah has blessed us with, if we don't at least think and feel guilty sometimes, then there must be something wrong. So I have an appeal, a proposal like Sheikh Omar, just to build up over that proposal. It's not just about dua, my brothers and sisters in Islam. Dua alone, wallahi, in this situation, in my opinion, is not sufficient. Because dua should be accompanied by action. We ask Allah to change the situation. If I want to lose weight, Ya Allah, I want to lose weight, but I keep eating pizza every day, and I'm still making dua. Allah will not change that. You have to go to the gym, you have to abstain from certain types of food, you have to do something while doing dua. So Allah will ease your way when you take some steps toward that action that you wanted to change. So as much as you make dua for your brothers and sisters in Palestine, find a reputable organizations to work with and donate as much as possible. My brothers and sisters, Islam, people are dying of starvation. They can't find the necessary, just food and water, bread. People were crying when they saw the bread coming to them. They were crying because they haven't seen it for 4 months. So please have heart, my brothers and sisters in Islam. Wallahi, 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 if you don't have that feeling, there must be something wrong with our iman and we need to renew that faith. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the right understanding. Put some pressure, lawful pressure on governments to speak about this matter. Protest, demonstration, all these things are lawful. Alhamdulillah, it's done in a peaceful manner. Do it. Let the world hear that we are not going to sleep or rest until justice is done in this part of the world. May Allah bless you, my brothers and sisters in Islam. Jazakumullah khairan. Don't mind me. Don't mind about the jokes. I love you all for the sake of Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.